Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We got some big games. We got some, all the best things. We have questionable gameplay. We have questionable everything going to be going on here. This is the TFNew Cup. This is number five. Five of these so far. This is day one. We got ourselves some group stages going on here. This is, I believe, Group C, round three. This is Team 9 versus Team 11. Catchy names. I am eepily. We're going to be having ArchRhythm do some production still. He's still here from the game before. And my co-caster today is going to be Ginger Liam. How's it going? Also, what is happening right now?
Hello, I'm great, thank you. And we will be watching TFNew, which is a cup made for new Team Fortress players, just to explore the Sixers format and get to know the community a bit.
I love it. I'm a big fan. It's a good community. It's a good format. And I'm sure these are lovely, lovely people. I am obviously coming into this basically knowing next to nothing about any of these teams or any of these players. I've been warned it may not be the tippiest, toppest tier gameplay, but I've also been told that some of these teams are absolute fraggers. I think Team 9 apparently has been having a pretty stellar run so far. They've been absolutely kind of owning, so it's going to be a little bit interesting to see.
Team 9 has been kind of dominant the past few games that I've seen of them, but also I think Team 11 has won a match, and I've watched a scrim and they seem to know what they're doing. Rocky was a big playmaker last game. He has some big pipes and does a lot of damage. He got like 8k damage in 5 rounds. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, it's pretty fair, pretty fair. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, on Gully Wash, it's a kind of map where demos can do absolutely huge things on mid, specifically if a team has a slightly imperfect rollout, if they're a little bit slow. One fast demo man playing from the kind of front side of point can just completely nuke Big Door. So I did hear some questionable things about rollout as well. You know, not everyone has been going to the old rollout.tfs to see what's been going on. So, you know, maybe if they're a little bit slow getting the Big Door, literally a demo can almost win a kind of entire mid fight just based on, you know, the sheer power of sticky bombs in the old pipes. So this would be a good opportunity to maybe knock one of these teams down a little peg. You know, I'm sure Team 9 are really feeling like they got this like in the bag, but you know, maybe this is where they get you know, the ego slightly quenched.
Yep, we've seen Yikes before. He's played in the last cup, and Greasy Bats has shown that he knows how to bomb on the soldier class. So.
What a name, dude!
Yikes, yeah. It has been mentioned before. I quite like it.
I was focusing more on Greasy Baps. Now Greasy Baps is just I know that's strong. If Greasy Baps goes huge,
we're just gonna scream his name. Greasy Baps.
Oh my days, right. Teams are keen. We're ready to go. We're going to be going live here. This is going to be, like I said, this is going to be our Group C round 3 game. Team 9 versus Team 11 here on the old CP Gully Wash. The best map in the game. I think everyone agrees. Everyone with a true brain cell will agree this is a fantastic map. So we're going to be seeing teams rolling out pretty standard here. Much faster demo. Rocky is actually nuking so much out toward Big Door. Oh my days. The demo on the side of Food's already going down. They're taking so much damage. They do not get through this doorway. Not at all. One singular frag in the form of Bear taking down Byoki here. He's going to be a little bit behind, but honestly, our boys on Team Red don't need to care at all. There's one player behind. The worst thing they can do in this situation is to go back for a 1v1. They're now just going to be moving forward straight as a team look to take down this shutter as well. Keep things nice and easy. We did see the medic on Team Red go down, so they will have an uber disadvantage here. Scout is coming behind. He's trying to win this cheeky 1v1. He's going to be going down, but we have blue team now with the big old uber looking at the push out.
Yeah, that mid was quite one-sided. Just a lot better rollout, and that demo just totally blocked that door. And as soon as one soldier tried to jump there, but also the scouts, good aim, just totally stopping in midair, and he didn't get enough room to even get in there. Dominant mid.
Yeah, definitely. It was brutal, you know. Your boy Rocky, like you said, he's got them pipes, he's got them stickies, he's doing stuff. I mean, right now, our boys in blue ain't looking too hot. They're feeding heavy into lobby. They had a massive uber disadvantage, but somehow we're completely unaware of that fact. It's a little bit questionable. Sometimes, you know, your boy doesn't quite call when he takes down the medic, and things are a bit dodgy as a result. So they actually seem, embarrassingly enough, a little bit content to kind of throw away this advantage. They're peeking and prodding towards lobby, getting some decent damage, but obviously at this point, your boy Byoki on red, he's just like, okay, let's get an uber, start going for some sacks, see what we can do.
Yeah, they do have a pyro, which can be really strong towards that shadow if they want to use it in there, but seems like they're going to go through river, eh?
Ooh, this is actually going to be a cheeky little Uber trade. Flashes already for our boys in red. Oh, this scout. Yikes, going straight towards point. He is just going to get nuked down. There's surely so little he can do. Even getting this little scrappy fight behind point. He actually gets the frag towards that scout. That's insane. He's just standing on point.
Yeah, that was a big play coming out from that scout. They just totally ignored him. Well, it was a good team play because like the demo and med just distracted the team, giving that scout the opportunity to just walk onto the point and capture it. Well played by them.
Yeah, really smart read of that situation. He just coaxed one scout behind point and then just took him down. Easy stand on point, you know, just taking all that focus away from himself is fantastic stuff. So this time, we're going to be seeing Rocky about the same... Oh my days, these pipes coming out from Skim Serum? That's a name and a half. He's getting some decent damage there already. We are seeing frags traded already, but once again, blue team not really getting through the big door. Once again, how is Bear just getting onto Byoki each time? He's winning another frag. He is actually just a 1v1 king right now. He's completely opening this mid up again. He can even get this demo. Oh, they are going to be taking down Rocky. This is such a scrappy little fight right now. So much damage going on either side. This is kind of sickening, but it is going to be blue team with the heals, but just nowhere. Nowhere, all the way unshot. A little bit baiting, boys. Come on. You got to focus with your team. Your boy Bear's putting in work. He's like sweating bullets out here.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that mid. That was extremely scrappy. Bear did a great job, and the demo got an early frag. They should have been able to capitalize on that, but just the soldiers didn't even go through big door, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, one did, but yeah, that was actually quite close. Both players alive on Team Red being really low.
I think definitely there's a world where blue does manage to clutch it out with a couple slightly better shots, but I mean, doesn't really matter all that much. They have got themselves an Uber. Now the entirety of red team coming close on big door, like, I'm not even sure what's going on here. Is that going to be a wrap entirely from blue team? They're going to go all the way towards mid. They're going to start this cap, and so much damage is being dealt already. The back cap is on from red. Any block at all on mid, their team might just cap it anyway. Oh my days. This is just the absolute madness, splunder. No, red's going straight last. They don't care at all. No one's going to be up at all. They're just going to win it through pure gimmick, pure back caps, easy peasy. Oh my dear. Blue team's not going to be happy.
I really don't know what they were thinking. I don't know if the scout like told the team that they were all big door, but that was a good flank, and yeah, red team just not blue team, sorry, not being aware of it.
I feel like your boy Tommaso on blue, he's feeling upset. He basically said, oh bother, right? Effectively said, oh bother here. So, yeah. Once again, the third mid now. It's going to be red team taking all the position towards point. Absolutely nothing from blue team at all. Completely just uncontested, really. One frag goes each way as Bear tries to win a little 1v1. I mean, he does. Gets cleaned up again. The rest of his team just be chilling towards the choke point now. This isn't actually the worst thing in the world ever. Yeah, you're thinking, okay, they didn't contest mid. That's not ideal. Obviously not, but they do have themselves a little bit of a noob advantage. Red's actually just walking all the way towards point. No one from blue is looking towards big door. Not a single player was looking towards big door. There's going to be so many frags going everywhere. Crazy Baps hitting the two all-important rockets on the medic. There's still a back cap going on from blue. This is just scrappy, but red's winning the scrappy fight.
Yeah, only they should have had at least a soldier watching that big door. They just got so much room, and they're just going to walk on to the last point here. Demo is doing quite a good job, and spoilers are in. They do get the cap.
This is yeah, definitely not the mids you want from the side of blue. They need to, for lack of a better phrase, get to mid and fight it at some point, or this is literally going to be it. Like, genuinely, literally just having a demo roll out properly and get stickies on big door right now is just nuking the red team. Like, it's just, it is as simple as that. So, right, Rocky wants to repeat this all over again. He's going to be getting his stickies towards big door. This time, a couple players are just trying to get through a little bit more. He puts one sticky down, and all of blue team, the entire combo is just so unwilling to go forward. And now all these players towards choke, they should just get nuked down. Yikes is on the actual prowl. He's running, he's dodging, he's dancing. He does secure himself a little frag there. Player advantage, everything is looking pretty good for the side of red. Oh my god, what is Bear doing? Bear's a king!
Wow.
What? How is this possibly happening right now?
How did he do that?
I really don't understand. Reds has also walked through, missing the old shotgun pocket. This is 2010. Ubers are going to get traded, while Byoki's still 30% away from getting his own. Ah! He's just standing motionless above point.
They don't seem to realise he's there. Oh, now they do. That'll be it.
And
Rest in peace.
he gives Tommaso a saw as well. Oh, I love the optimism.
Oh.
Bro, it's not happening. You ain't feeling it. Okay, this is it now. This is Blue taking the position. They do what they want. And Rocky's coming behind. He's getting his stickies.
Oh, no.
3 frags. Rocky's a king. No, Blue team's back in the spawn queue. Alright, fair play.
I mean, Blue should at least really like commit to going to the mid, because they just seem, as soon as they get one sticky in their face, they just all leave, and it's not really working out for them.
They have the fear. It is the most fearful team I've ever seen. It's also the least flank presence I've ever seen, right? Like, genuinely,
also.
it sounds dumb. Occasionally have a guy looking at big door. Please, like, this is really, really important stuff. But right, for the minute, we've got red team. They have a pretty sizable Uber advantage, about 30%, a little bit over. This is definitely pushable. The guys are looking to kind of peek and prod a little bit on the flank, but they really don't need to do anything too much. Yikes. If he secures this frag, it'll be great, but as long as he doesn't die, that's the key thing. They're 82% now on the side of Bjorky. He should just be able to push through whatever doorway he wants. That opening frag on a soldier, absolutely fantastic. The trade doesn't matter too much. They should be looking to push straight through this shutter. They've taken down basically every machine ever made ever. They've not even had to use through shutter. This is looking pretty good now. Yikes, moving towards point. He is to be trading one frag. Uber still hasn't been used on the side of Bjorky. We see Saws on the side of Tommaso. He's trying to do something. He's playing now behind point with his demo. Uber's getting used. They're so weak though. He's going to be nowhere near as Uber. And is all on Svezda. Or have you pronounced his name? He doesn't make it.
I really don't know, but well played by Red again. They just milked that Uber for so long. I was quite surprised they didn't just use in, but well played, and yeah, I mean, it's fair that they won that fight.
Absolutely, they played with the Uber advantage. They didn't just use through shutter, and frequently when there's a choke point like that, you just want to use through, be nice and safe, but they play with that like large energy, let's say. They play with that very positive energy, and they're just like, right, we're going to milk it as much as we physically can. In terms of our fifth and potentially final mid, we finally see a little bit more from Blue Team trying to get through big door. Skim is taking some decent position towards right, but he's kind of been baited by his team once again. No heals really connecting with him. He desperately tries to walk through, but there's not really much you can do as a lone demo man. Scrappy fights going everywhere. Once again, Bjorky is the only death on the side of red. I mean, it's kind of good, because now they won't have an Uber advantage for last, but right now they're just kind of getting every single other frag on the map. I feel like these scouts, they're feeling it. They're feeling themselves.
Yeah, they do have a soldier behind. He might be able to get a play here. He did give his location away by starting the cap there, but oh, they're actually on the last point already.
Yeah, Rocky was he was feeling himself like he lost his wallet, but he does actually get nuked down by 5 players, so I think it's very, very reasonable there. Yikes, actually. Oh my...
Yikes!
How does he take down 2 there? Blue doesn't reach on machine, and he's still alive. If he escapes on river. Oh my god, he wants more. He's in on the soldier. He's...
Oh
okay.
My god.
He doesn't get it. Jesus Christ. Dude, have some sympathy. This is an absolutely completely doable drive push right now from Red Team, though. There's still 2 players down. They still have no heals at all. They can get through this shutter. There are stickies this time, though, so they can't just look to walk through completely for free. So they go through Balk instead. Big fan of this play. Rocky's jumping in. He wants to try and kill the medic again, but does that really matter at this point? Questionable. I feel like Red's going to have to back up a bit.
Yeah, that play from Yikes, just killing a fully overhealed heavy and its medic, that was crazy. How did he do that? He was hiding.
Right, I guess if you just hit every single meat shot, it works, right? What a game. What a gameplay. He's going Prem. Next season he's going Prem. Mark my words. Oh my days. Right, so once again, we find ourselves with a little Uber advantage on the side of red, feeding 2 frags, both of their scouts. A little bit suboptimal, considering Bjorky just about gets his own now, so definitely not looking too good.
The demo
I mean, a Blue Team... Yeah, this is... Not really quite sure why they would be too keen to go in there and try and frag, because the frags don't really matter. They really want to try and get their own Uber on the side of Blue to at least go for some kind of trade instead of just feeding one after another. Uber is still up on the side of red. Tommaso is now playing behind point. He's 93%. He's so close to getting his own Uber, but he's going to get nuked down. This Uber's getting absolutely everything they need. These guys are all in spawn. That is going to be a cheeky little 5-0 for our boys in red in 12 minutes. Yeah, that was brutal.
I mean, it was fair. They had really good performance. So, but still, especially that last push, Blue Team would just keep on feeding him, just having that opportunity to get the final cap.
Yeah, see, I feel like it kind of shows that bit of inexperience where you've in all these situations, your team has to have a clear goal of what they're trying to achieve, right? In that situation, I'd argue, the other team's got Uber advantage, but they fed two players, right? So at that point, if you stand still and get an Uber, you've achieved your goal of equalizing the Ubers. Whereas they kind of wanted to do more than that, and by trying to do too much, they kind of overextended, lost too many players, then found themselves in a disadvantageous position. It's a very easy mistake to make, but hopefully something they'll kind of learn from fairly quickly. And then obviously, there's a lot of cups still left to play. So hopefully.
Also,
So yeah, go on.
yeah. So the mids were obviously big in favor of Team Nine, and yeah, they were just blocking off that big door. Great, well played, and yeah, they weren't even. Did the blue team get mid once? I'm pretty sure they
I
did.
do not
right?
believe they did. You know what we can do? We can have a little look at some logs, I reckon. I believe our fancy man ArchRhythm sitting there doing his business can get ourselves some logarithmics on the stream. We can have a little look-see. Just a bit of an overview. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. In that red team, they dominated all 5 mid fights. I mean, it's a 5-0, so there's only so much we can really gain from this. But your boy Rocky putting up some big numbers. 15 for 3, 500 DPM. I mean, yeah, he got loads of free damage towards Big Door, but I mean, he was doing it. He was hitting them stages. He was hitting them pipes. He was almost single-handedly denying Blue from getting anywhere. It was pretty significant stuff. What's standing out from your point of view?
Yeah, well, like I said, Greasy Baps, I had quite some expectations from him, but this is just. I mean, 5k damage, almost as much as the demo, and 18 kills, only 5 deaths. That's a good performance.
Yeah, definitely some solid things. Obviously, it was, at least from my point of view, a less individual kind of this guy was fragging, this guy wasn't. It was more Blue really didn't understand how to play these gully mids. And in a situation where, even if you're great at everything else, if you get rolled every mid, it makes it really, really difficult to secure any kind of momentum, get yourself some advantages, and kind of keep going. So
Yeah,
definitely was a harsh lesson to learn.
Team Red certainly had that team synergy that you hope to have as a team, and Team Blue just was scattered all over the map, just taking a lot of 1v1s. Especially not Genuine Bear. He or Genuine Bear is probably his name. He was getting a lot of 1v1 picks, but it doesn't make a big difference when the rest of the team is just fragging your own team. So that was what stood out to me a lot.
Definitely not ideal. Not no, definitely not the best game you could have possibly had. But I mean, you win some, you lose some. It's a little bit rough, but at least from everyone's point of view, it is a learning experience, which is obviously the whole point of this cup. They can take these forward and kind of, I don't know, do something else with it. I believe that surprisingly enough, this may have actually been our last game of the day in terms of some of our TFNew coverage. I believe we can have a bunch more happening over the weekend in terms of we've got some big playoff games and obviously the big finals on Sunday as well. I believe both Saturday and Sunday it will be a 6 p.m. that is European time start. So there'll be some big old things going there. But I actually think just to round out people's night of TF2, we already have some gaming going underway. In that I believe our boy Kermit is streaming some open quarterfinals on his channel. So I guess we can do some shoutouts, give out some love, and then we can send people in his merry little direction.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you have any shoutouts?
Oh, very, very polite of you. Let me, yeah, all right. I'll do some shoutouts. I've been here for as of a total of about 15 minutes at this point. I'll give some shoutouts. Shout out the teams, right? Shout out the teams, and more importantly, no, not more importantly, of equal importance, shout out to the mentors for the teams. Because you don't get to see them in the game. But there's been a whole bunch of mentors working hard with these boys to try and teach them a little bit about the game, share some of their knowledge, share some of their experience over the last however many years, and try and get these boys in a good position to enjoy the cup. So shout out to all of those guys, and obviously the teams that are playing as well. And shout out to anyone who's going to be catching some more on Saturday and Sunday. And obviously ArchRhythm and your boy Ginger Liam for doing this cheeky little cast with me.
Yeah, I think the coaches certainly deserve some recognition here. They put in a lot of work, and well, they don't get too much out of it themselves, except just seeing a new team grow.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to my friend G. He was playing the second game that was casted tonight. And yeah, obviously also the players. I hope to see them in Prem sometime in the
Any day
future.
now. Prem, any day now. Nah, but definitely, hopefully, we'll be seeing some of these teams, some of these players moving forward to ETFL, even if they have a slightly suboptimal experience in the cup. But yeah,
Yep.
nope, that is going to be, I guess, all from us today. We'll be catching you next over the weekend. Like I said, we're going to be sending you guys over to Kermit's channel to watch some open gameplay for some of those guys. So go forth and give our love. Catch you guys next time.